to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Joe Biden is asking Congress to provide more than 37 billion in emergency aid to the Ukraine, a massive infusion of cash that could help support the nation as Russian forces suffer battlefield losses in the ninth-month-old invasion. The administration's fundraising request, which comes as lawmakers begin the post-election session, also seeks 9.25 billion in COVID-19 funding to prepare for a possible winter surge and help combat the virus nationwide. Government funding expires in mid December, and the Ukraine and COVID aid will be part of the package to fund the government through the end of September 2023. The request for such a sizable amount of money for Ukraine comes as the GOP is poised to take control of the House following midterm elections. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy, who is in line to become the Speaker, has warned that Republicans wouldn't support writing a blank check for the Ukraine if they capture the majority. Alonda Young, the director for the White House Office of Management and Budget, stated that more than three-fourths of the 40 billion approved by Congress earlier this year for Ukraine has already been dispersed or committed. The Biden administration has asked for a grand total of 37.7 billion in support. The proposed Ukraine assistance includes 21.7 billion for military, intelligence, and other defense support, 14.5 billion in humanitarian aid, and to help keep the Ukraine government functioning, 900 million for healthcare and support services for Ukrainians living in the United States, and 626 million for nuclear security support to Ukraine and for the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The United States aid to the Ukraine has already included tens of thousands of missiles and rockets for air defense and anti-armor systems, and more than 84 million rounds of ammunition, as well as drones, tanks, trucks, radars, body armor, and other gear. Ukrainian leaders have begged for more advanced, longer range weapons, but the United States has been careful to not provide systems that would allow Ukrainian forces to strike deep into Russia or hit Moscow. In recent months, the United States assistance has centered on air defense systems and a constant stream of ammunition. Those systems have been critical in helping Ukrainian forces mount a massive counteroffensive that has been able to beat back the advances of Russian forces in the south and east and recapture key territories. Now, I'm just wondering, as somebody who lives, directly in the United States, 37 billion is a large, amount of money, and I was just wondering every time I happen to read the news that there's a variety of states that are getting these stimulus checks, and they're still getting help from their states. Why is it that the whole American population just can't still get some type of help? People are still trying to get up on their feet, still trying to find a job, and having a variety of issues with rent going up in some instances around the United States. It was stated earlier this year that about August, which is already past us, that most people were going to be facing rent that was going to be upwards, right, to 2 grand, if not at or over 2 grand. And I feel as though monies that is coming directly from the American population would be, in a sense, better suited to help the American people. We have, I'm sorry, not a world government, but we have, governments uh, that have formulated some friendships or what have you. And, it would be awesome if those individuals, right, would front up the money and give that to Ukrainians, right? And the United States could worry about their own people, worry about hospitals, worry about schools, the great education system, worry about the streets, there's a variety of things that we need to get fixed. We're a first world country that has a lot of third world problems, right? We have homeless. We have people suffering from hunger. We also have issues with water, which realistically shouldn't even make sense. So, I think that, playing for home would be of the best interest for the White House versus trying to play for other individuals that don't represent home, right? And then the other interesting thing to note in that is that the money that they are asking for is both going to help the Ukrainians in the Ukraine, and it's also going to be, in a sense, I guess you could say, help or supplemental income for the Ukrainians who are here in the United States. And I'm like, that's interesting. That's a very interesting thing that is, taking place there. I just got to remind myself, who put Biden in office. If I check my voting record, it wasn't me. So I'm just a little bit confused. I need to hear from, a lot of the Biden sexuals out there, and how it is that they feel about this spending of monies, and how it is, being given to a whole other group, and not the people who are, paying their taxes, and the government is coming after every single cent, trying to tax you for every single thing. And, rent and everything else is going up, but yet the money that you make at your job is, in a sense, staying stagnant. So, I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm asking a question that is just out of this world. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just out of my mind and I'm thinking about it, the wrong way. Maybe as an American, I'm just being selfish, right? Um, I guess I feel that everybody has that right to be selfish. If that is the case, if people want to call me selfish, then you rightfully so. I am selfish because I really feel and 100% think that all of the money that has been allocated to other countries would have been better suited to be in America. Because it's crazy how we can defend somebody else properly, but we can't even defend people here at home from, domestic situations that take place. We can't even sit up there and put forth defense to defend children, but yet we can properly defend somebody else in war. Somebody got to make it make sense, because it ain't making sense to me.